Hi, I'm Amy Stair, CEO of Star Power and one of our Star Power coaches. I want to talk to you today about our on-demand coaching program. We created this opportunity because a lot of you have told us, I'm just not ready to jump into a full-blown coaching relationship. For those of you who don't know, we offer coaching in 12, 24, and 36 session packages. Those sessions don't expire. You don't have a requirement to use them up in a certain period of time. But for those of you who aren't ready to dive into full-blown coaching, we've created on-demand coaching to get you the help you need right now for your specific issue that's giving you the pain point that you're feeling as you're watching this video. So let's talk about what are some of the types of things that you might address in an on-demand coaching session. It's an hour-long session, you and the coach, focusing on specific issues. So for example, you might be saying, I know I need to call my sphere and past clients, so I don't know what my problem is. I can't seem to pick up the phone. I can't seem to reach out. Maybe you haven't been communicating with them in any way for a period of years, and you've got a block in your mind that, well, it's been so long since I contacted them. They're not going to be happy to hear from me. Your coach can help you through this. First of all, just so you know, your past clients are not sitting around pining away because their realtor didn't call them. They're not thinking about you unless they need you. But it's very well researched and studied that they need to see something from you at least twice a month, and they need to hear from you at least once a quarter. We can dive deeper into what those things mean, but your on-demand coaching session could be around, first and foremost, how do you just start picking up the phone or reaching out by text or direct messaging through their favorite social media channel, just to have that initial communication. Let me give you this tip. It could be this simple. Hi, Tammy, it's Amy from Star Power Real Estate. You popped into my mind today, and I didn't want to let another day go by without finding out what's new since the last time we talked. That's it. It's the whole script. We're not asking for referrals. We're not asking if they're buying or selling in the next 6 months. We're just genuinely connecting, hearing what's going on in their lives, and being there for them. Now, once you do that, they need to go in your CRM on a 90-day consistent follow-up, put a recurring appointment in for infinity until they tell you to stop reaching out or they're no longer with us. Now we can turn our attention in that on-demand coaching session to what are those twice a month or more frequent touches going to look like? Is it going to be an e-newsletter? Is it going to be handwritten notes? There are all sorts of things that could go into that touch campaign. Home anniversaries, you name it. But your coach can help you get that clarity. And by the end of an hour, you've got a solid plan for what you're doing going forward into the coming year. That's just one of many topics you might tackle with your on-demand coaching session. For example, you could say, you know what, I'm just completely burned out. I wake up every day. I feel like it's Groundhog Day. I get back in the hamster wheel. I work from sunup to sundown and beyond, and I'm exhausted. I go to bed and I start all over again the next day. Well, there's a way to interrupt that pattern and restore your enthusiasm for what you're doing. Your coach can help you through that. And you would be surprised in just an hour-long on-demand coaching session what you can accomplish. One of our coaches will speak with you about what your morning ritual is, what your evening ritual is, what boundaries you're creating, what time management you're putting into place, making sure that you're prepared for who you're going to call and what you're going to say, really getting to the core of what you need to do structurally to break out of that burnout. By the way, that also includes self-care, time away from the work. You may not feel like you could take a minute away from real estate right now, and you might be surprised at the discoveries you make about how those little pockets of self-care can give you the energy back that you've been missing. There might also be things you're just not addressing in your business that's contributing to the burnout. Maybe you have someone on your team who needs to go. They're just not working out, and you've struggled with how to evolve that process to the point where you can release them to their higher good, as I like to say. So there's time you could be spending on one on-demand coaching session just to tackle that one issue. How do I make sure I've done everything I can to support this person? There are 3 things you need to answer anytime you're considering whether a team member is going to work out. Number 1, did you give them a job description that they clearly understand what's being asked of them to do? Number 2, have you given them the training they need to perform that job to the level of competency that you want? And then if you said yes to both of those things, number 3, Are they capable of doing what you're asking them to do? Are you asking someone who's analytical and likes to follow checklists to be creative and come up with new ideas, or vice versa? All those things can be answered, and then a strategy can be put together about how are you going to get this person to the level of competency, or how are you going to help them move down the path to the higher good that's waiting for them somewhere else. There are a host of things that you could need to address. That's what on-demand coaching has been created to do for you. So please, if you need help, reach out. Let's get you a short strategy session scheduled, figure out which coach. By the way, our stable of coaches, if you've got a problem, we have a coach for that. They are veterans in this industry, seasoned professionals who have dealt with pretty much everything you could come up with that you're dealing with. Let's get you with somebody who can help you right now. And then maybe down the road, a long-term coaching relationship makes sense for you. But right now, let's get you the help you need. I'm Amy Stair, CEO of Star Power, and I would love to help you in any way I can. So will our stars. Reach out.